Welcome to part 2 of my Half-Life tutorial. We're going to be talking about Unforeseen Consequences today. So, Unforeseen Consequences is the second chapter of Half-Life, and it's really when things start to open up for you. There's not that many cutscenes from here on out, and you really just get to start moving freely. You don't really have to get limited by anything. It's really just about how fast you're willing to go and how fast and good your B-hops are. So, let's get right into it by loading my UC save. So, this isn't at the very beginning of the chapter, but essentially there's going to be a bunch of lasers shooting out from the test chamber we just got out of from Test Chamber Skip. They're going to be shooting against these walls in the background, and there's going to be two shooting against this back panel here. You're going to want to wait for the second one to shoot against this back panel, and then right after that, it's going to be aiming for this door, this door right here. So as soon as it starts aiming for that door, you're going to want to start getting your pre-save ready and going right over to that door and just start bunny hopping your way through the map. So, as you can see, I'm just kind of bunny hopping my way through this room, but that laser room's actually a little bit more complicated than I give it credit for. So, just bunny hop your way over this kind of log in the middle of the room here, just jump right above it, as I did. So just, try to crouch through that door so that you don't hit the ceiling of it. Jump over this little log here and get through this door. Now you're going to want to do a pre-strafe, get under that laser and try to sneak under that one as well. Grab the crowbar and then jump through there. Now, I'm going to be introducing duck rolling right now because I think it's a prime time to do it. Let's say you get pretty close to that door, but you're not close enough to warrant doing another jump. You can do something called a duck roll. Now, something you'll notice about duck rolls, significantly lower than actual jumps. So duck rolls are useful in the fact that you can kind of cover less distance, but without lowering your overall speed. So if you only need to cover a very short distance like so, duck rolling is a great way of doing it because you can just lower or get that little bit of distance you need without having to crash into a wall or missing something you need to pick up. So again, you can just kind of duck under these to get under them without dying, and then do your last duck roll to get over here, smash that window, and make your way over to here. Now, question you might be having about back here is, why is the change level not happening? Why am I stuck in this map? If you do Test Chamber Skip, because you're not supposed to be going through that loading trigger, it kind of messes up this map a little bit. And you need to save and load your game in order to get the game to realize what the hell just happened and where you are. If you don't do that save and load, this kind of level trigger will not exist. Well, it'll exist, but it just won't work. So you need to excuse me. So just make sure that you save and load before going through this part of the level, just to make sure that that change level occurs. So you jump your way through here, grab the crowbar, and smash into there. Try to time your crowbar hit on that wall so that you can just slide through it very easily, like I didn't do there. So if you time your crowbar hit, you won't lose any of your momentum that you have, and you can just kind of slide right on through. Like so. Come on. Let's show it off a little bit better. Because like, let's say you hit it, and then you smash it, you have to kind of build up your momentum again. But if you just smash it like so, you can slide right on through. Climb this ladder all the way to the top, and this is going to be a very important little movement sequence that you're going to want to master. Jump off the ladder and then just do a quick pre-strafe around the corner like that. Then you're going to want to land right on this kind of like electrical, or like this kind of like caution tape here, so that you can jump right through this window like so. The reason you want to do this is so that you can keep all your momentum throughout this whole bunny hopping sequence and that you don't have to continuously do new bunny hops. It just makes it so much more cleaner and so much faster if you just do this simple little trick like that. If you find it a little bit difficult, just keep practicing it. It's not like super crucial or anything, it just saves a few seconds, but I'm trying to make sure that you guys know some more optimal strats. So if you do try to go for a very good time, you can do it without having to learn that much new. So again, just do a pre-strafe like so, jump through that window, and continue onward. Try to be on the right side of this hallway until you get close to the end of it, because you want to be able to basically coax that zombie into going to the right side of that hallway so that he won't really bother you when you go to the left side of the hallway. So just jump your way through here, and then try to kind of make your way under and through that grate really cleanly like so. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. Now, something very important that you may not realize about this particular server thing dropping. Now, weirdly enough, if you go very far right where you think you'd be able to live, you go very far right where you think you'd be able to live, it kills you. So you might be thinking, alright, I gotta trigger it and then get back or something. But no, just go on the left side, closer to it, and it won't kill you. Very paradoxical, but... So when you go through here, you want to stay very close to the left side of it. But you don't want to be going too far close to it, because then you will die from it. You essentially want to just kind of make your way through. If you can't, then just don't worry about it. And then just jump your way through here like so. However, let's say you can go through the grate like a pro video gamer would. Oops. Just jump through like that, jump over on here, and just try to make your way through that vent. But again, if you don't make it through, like you do something like you fuck up, then jump your way through just like so. Very easy, very clean. Bunny hop your way through here, grab this pistol from that guy, hit this button, and immediately go through that door. If you take too long, then the door will close and potentially kill you. Bunny hop your way through like this, and keep in mind that there is going to be a hound eye right here. It actually doesn't have collision until it completely finishes that animation, so you can just jump right through it without having to worry, like so. So get your way through this little hole here and bunny hop your way over to this valve and trigger it. Then you're going to want to get below this little grate here, and when the water gets about halfway full, just kind of swim upward to open the grate a little bit sooner so you can get through it a little faster. If you're good at object boosting, you can do an object boost off of this little barrel here, like so, to kind of build up some extra speed to get through this hallway a little bit faster. The ideal speed is about 700 so that you can do this entire thing in just like one jump without going too far. So if you can get like 700 speed, that would be ideal. 900 also works. And then there's going to be two different methods you can do for this little part here. The easier method is to go on the right side and go on this little thing here, because it will get a free edge bug, which will negate all your fall damage, and then you can either surf off of this little water turbine thing to keep all your momentum, but if you can't do that, then you can just kind of jump your way through here. Now, you might be thinking, if I don't have any speed, how am I going to get around? Like, if it was easy, if I just got the surf like that, I could just jump my way right over. How am I going to do that if I lost all my speed like that somehow? You might be thinking initially, okay, just go around like normal, but no, that's very slow still. You don't want to do that. So let's get right back over here, and instead of doing that, you're just going to do a pre-strafe like that, and jump kind of around like so. It's still not as fast, but it's still faster than going all the way around like you normally would. You really don't want to go around doing all that nonsense. But anyway, so let's just quickly make our way back up. It's very slow, so alright, so faster method. Faster, not that much harder. I'd recommend doing this method because it's more fun, much faster, and you can basically keep all your momentum for free. So instead of... Oh my god, there's so many head crabs up here. So instead of going to the right side... Oh, did this keep spawning? Huh. You go on the left side here, and if you see there's all these kind of black squares, you're going to want to count the third square from the bottom, so this one right here. You're going to want to aim for that one by basically dropping off and then hitting S to kind of bounce right off of it. If you continuously hold S, try and aim for that one, you'll get your way perfectly down onto here with very, very fast momentum, allowing yourself to get very easily over this gap and all the way over here. Now, this is a very complicated part, and a lot of people have problem with object boosting. So, this is the first basically required object boost in the game. The only way you can really get around this object boost is if you have a crazy good B-hop where you can jump around like this and get your way over there like that. That's the only way you can avoid doing this object boost, but it's slower than just doing the object boost. So I would recommend just going for the object boost. So if you need to see the inputs for this a little bit slower, use YouTube's slow down capability to slow the video to, a quarter speed or half speed to be able to more easily tell how to do this. But essentially, again, you want to hold the object, and then hit D, let go of the object, and then jump, like so. The timing is very difficult to get down, but once you do get it down, it becomes very easy. You really just want to jump as soon as you let go of the object. So just build up a nice amount of speed by holding the object for like half a second, and then just jump. This is difficult, and you might be getting very frustrated with how easily I'm able to do it and how difficult it seems to be for you. Again, that's completely okay. Object boosting is one of the two bottlenecks that makes new players not want to run Half-Life 1, the other one being either Vortigon or Test Chamber Skip. The Vortigon Jump or Test Chamber Skip, I should say. This is pretty much the last bottleneck you'll really be experiencing, except for maybe a few things coming up later on. So I would highly recommend just continuously practicing this, and once you get it down, you're going to be so satisfied with this section. You're just going to be able to quickly do like that, get over here, to move on to the next chapter. So do that. Once you make your way over here, hit this button to open the elevator. Instead of getting in the elevator and hitting this button like so, since this causes so much waiting time for this door to open, hit it through the wall and just hold your face next to the door, and you'll immediately teleport into the beginning of the next chapter. So once again, just do your object boost, hit this button, hit the button through the wall, wait, making sure your face is pressed up against this surface, and you'll teleport right to the beginning of Office Complex instead of having to wait for the elevator. So that's Unforeseen Consequences. If there were things that you need to have clarified a bit more, feel free to comment and ask. I am fully willing to clarify in future videos. So thank you for watching. I hope that this is clear enough for you, and I hope you're enjoying learning Half-Life so far.